Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we are going to talk about something very important. We are going to talk about a feeling. It is a feeling that almost every English learner knows very well. It is a quiet, hidden pain. I want you to relax, take a deep breath, and imagine this situation. You are walking down the street on a beautiful day. Or maybe you are standing in a coffee shop waiting for your drink. Suddenly, a foreigner walks up to you. They smile. They look at you and ask you a simple question in English. Maybe they ask for directions to a hotel. Maybe they just want to say hello. What happens inside your body at that exact moment? I know exactly what happens. Your heart starts to beat very fast. Thump, thump, thump. Your hands begin to sweat. Your mind, which is usually full of thoughts and ideas, suddenly goes completely blank. You forget all the new words you learned yesterday. You forget the grammar rules. You cannot remember how to say a simple sentence. You feel a cold wave of panic washing over you. And then you open your mouth. What is the very first thing you say? Before you even say hello, before you even say good morning or smile back, you look down at the ground. You look nervous and you say, I am sorry. My English is very bad. Think about that for a moment. You say I am sorry. You apologize. You apologize for speaking a second language. Why do we do this? Why do we always say sorry? We do this because of fear. We are terrified. We are scared that the other person will judge us. We are scared of making a stupid grammar mistake. We are afraid of using the wrong word. We are terrified of looking silly or sounding foolish in front of a stranger. When we speak English, we feel like we are taking a difficult test at school, and we are afraid of failing. We feel like our English is not good enough for the world. Think about all the hours you spend studying. You watch English videos, you write down new words in your notebook, you practice speaking alone in your room. You work so hard to improve your life, and yet, when the moment comes to speak to a real person, you feel ashamed. You hide behind the word sorry. You try to protect yourself before anyone can laugh at you. If you have ever done this, if you have ever felt this sudden fear and shame, I want you to listen to me very carefully today. You are not alone. Millions of people feel this exact same way every single day. But today, we are going to change this. Today, we are going to break this toxic habit. I want to tell you a simple truth. You have done absolutely nothing wrong. Learning a new language is hard. It takes a lot of time. It takes immense courage. You are trying to communicate in a language that is not your mother tongue. That is a brave thing to do. It is a beautiful thing to do. You do not need to apologize for learning. You do not need to say sorry for trying. Today, we are going to learn why you must stop apologizing for your English and how you can finally find your true voice. Lesson 1, the sorry trap. Let's talk about our first lesson today. It is something I call the sorry trap. Why do I call it a trap? A trap is something that catches you. It is something that stops you from moving forward. When you say the word sorry for your English, you are building an invisible wall between you and the other person. You are catching your own success and throwing it away. Most English students think that saying sorry is polite. They think to themselves, if I say sorry, the other person will be kind to me. Or if I say sorry, they will understand that I am trying my best. But the truth is very different. When you start a conversation with an apology, you are sending a message. You are telling the other person, I am not good enough. You are making yourself feel small before the conversation even begins. Think about your brain for a second. Your brain is like a very powerful supercomputer. It listens to every single word you say. When you tell a stranger, I am so sorry. My English is very bad. Your brain hears that command. Your brain thinks, oh, okay, we are bad at this. We should be quiet. We should be afraid. We should hide. This makes your brain shut down. You lose your confidence. You lose the words you studied so hard. You are literally telling your brain to stop trying. This is why it is a trap. You are creating your own failure with your own words. Now, let's think about the person who is listening to you. Imagine you are at a small cafe in London or New York. You want to buy a cup of coffee? You go to the worker and you say, "I am so sorry, my English is terrible. Can I have a latte, please?" What does that worker do? Now, they are not thinking about your coffee anymore. They are thinking about your English. Because you told them to. They are now looking for your mistakes. They are waiting for you to fail. You have invited them to judge you instead of just talking to you. But what if you just walk up, smile, and say, "Hello. One latte, please?" In that moment, the worker is only thinking about the coffee. They don't care if your grammar is perfect. They don't care if you forget an S at the end of a word. They just want to help you. By not saying sorry, you keep the conversation focused on the real goal. The goal of language is to get a coffee, to share a story, or to make a new friend. The goal is not to be a perfect student in a classroom. We also need to look at the words we use. Many students love to use the word bad. They say, "My English is bad." But I want you to look at that word very closely. Is it actually true? Is your English bad? No, it is not. Bad is a word for a crime. Bad is for something that is broken and cannot be fixed. Your English is not a crime. Your English is not broken. Your English is growing. It is like a small green plant. A small plant is not a bad tree. It is just a young tree. It needs time. It needs water. It needs sunlight. It is a work in progress. When you change your words from "My English is bad" to "I am learning English," everything changes. One sentence is a negative lie. The other sentence is a beautiful, positive truth. From now on, I want you to remember this. You are a learner, not a criminal. You are a student, not a failure. You have the right to speak. You have the right to be heard. Stop the apology. Break the trap. You are doing a great job, and you should be proud of every single word you speak. Lesson 2. Your accent is a badge of honor. Let us move to our second lesson today. Your accent is a badge of honor. A badge of honor is like a beautiful medal. You wear it to show everyone that you are brave. What is an accent? An accent is simply the way you sound when you speak. Everyone in the world has an accent. But many English learners hate their own voice. Maybe you hate your accent too. When you listen to yourself speak English, you feel shy. You think, "I sound different. I do not sound like an American. I do not sound like a British person." You watch hundreds of videos on how to speak with a perfect native accent. And when you cannot do it, you feel sad and disappointed. Some people feel so bad about their accent that they just stop speaking. They stay quiet in meetings. They do not talk to foreign friends. They are terrified that someone will laugh at them. They think having an accent means they are not smart. But I am here to tell you a very beautiful secret. Please listen to this carefully. An accent is not a mistake. I will say that again. An accent is never a mistake. An accent is a symbol of bravery. Think about what your accent actually tells the world. When you speak English with an accent, you are sending a powerful message. You are telling people, "I already speak another language perfectly. I am smart enough to learn a second language, and I am brave enough to try." Imagine a foreigner visits your city. They walk into your favorite shop. They try to speak your language to buy some water. Their pronunciation is not perfect. They have a heavy accent. Do you laugh at them? Do you think they are stupid? No, of course not. You smile at them. You feel happy because they are trying. You respect them for making an effort to learn your culture. You think their accent is actually quite cute and friendly. So, let me ask you a question. Why do you not give yourself that same respect? Why are you so unkind to yourself? Your accent is a map of your life. It shows your history. It shows where you were born. It carries your home, your culture, and your family. It is a beautiful part of who you are. You should never try to erase your history. You should never feel ashamed of where you come from. Yes, it is true that you need to speak clearly. You want people to understand your words. It is good to practice your pronunciation so you can share your ideas easily. But speaking clearly is not the same as having a perfect native accent. You can speak excellent, clear English and still keep your own beautiful voice. Your goal is not to sound like an actor in a movie. Your goal is to be yourself. Your goal is to share your thoughts, your feelings, and your heart with the rest of the world. The next time you open your mouth to speak, do not try to hide. Speak loudly. Speak proudly. Let people hear your accent. It is the sound of a smart, hard-working person. It is your badge of honor. Wear it with pride. Lesson 3. Language is a bridge, not a test. Let us move to our third lesson today. Language is a bridge, not a test. I want you to think about how you started learning English. When you were a young student, you learned English in a classroom. In that classroom, everything was about taking tests. Your teacher gave you a piece of paper. If you made a mistake, you got a big red mark. If you forgot the letter S at the end of a word, you lost points. If you used the wrong verb, you failed the test. Because of this, your brain learned a very scary rule. Mistakes are bad. Mistakes mean you are a failure. Now, you are an adult. You are not in school anymore. But when you speak English to a real person, your brain still remembers that classroom. You still feel like a scared student. When you talk to a foreigner, you feel like they are a strict teacher. You imagine they are holding a red pen in their hand. You think they are listening to your words just to find your mistakes. You think they are giving you a secret score in their head? But please, listen to the truth. Real life is not a classroom. No one is holding a red pen. No one is grading you. The person in front of you does not care about perfect grammar. They do not care if you use the present tense instead of the past tense. They just want to know you. They just want to understand your message. So, what is language? Language is simply a bridge. Imagine you are standing on one side of a wide river. On your side, you have your thoughts, your feelings, and your beautiful ideas. A stranger is standing on the other side of the river. Language is the bridge you build to reach that person. The only job of a bridge is to help your ideas cross the river. If you use simple words and your idea crosses the river, you win. If you are lost in a city and you just say, "Where train?" the person understands. They smile. They point to the train station. Was your grammar perfect? No. But did the bridge work? Yes. That is a massive success. The true goal of speaking English is connection, not perfection. Connection means making a new friend. Connection means sharing a warm smile. Connection means helping someone or asking for help when you need it. Do not destroy your beautiful bridge just because it does not look perfect yet. Do not stay quiet because you are afraid of the red pen. The red pen is not real. It is only in your mind. When you speak English today, forget about the test. Look into the other person's eyes. Build your bridge. Focus on the connection and let the perfection go. We have learned so much today. We know that apologizing for our English is a trap. We know that our accent is a beautiful badge of honor. And we know that language is a bridge for connection, not a perfect test. But I know you still feel nervous. I know the fear does not disappear in one day. When you speak to someone and you cannot find the right words, what should you do? If you cannot say, "Sorry, my English is bad," what can you say instead? Today, I am going to give you 3 simple tools, 3 powerful sentences to use instead of saying sorry. First, instead of apologizing, say thank you. When you make a mistake, or when you are trying hard to find a word, the other person usually waits for you. They listen patiently. Do not say, I am sorry, my English is bad. Instead, smile at them and say, thank you for your patience. This changes everything. Sorry makes you feel weak. But thank you shows that you are polite, confident, and grateful. It makes the other person feel good too. Second, instead of feeling embarrassed when you don't understand, ask for help. Sometimes a foreigner speaks very fast. You do not understand them. Your brain freezes. Or, could you say that one more time? Even native speakers ask people to repeat themselves. It is a completely normal part of any conversation. It shows that you are listening and you care about what they are saying. Third, instead of giving up when you forget a word, use what you know. You are talking and suddenly you forget a word. Do not say sorry, I don't know the word. Instead, use your hands. Use simple words. Say, let me try to explain it this way. Or, it is like if you forget the word for umbrella, just say, the thing you use when it rains. They will understand. And they will smile. That is the magic of the bridge. You are using the tools you have to solve a problem. That is what smart, brave people do. As we come to the end of our lesson today, I want you to remember the feeling you have right now. You are doing a wonderful job. Learning English is a long journey. It is not easy, but you show up every day. You listen, you study, you try. You should be so incredibly proud of yourself. Every single time you open your mouth to speak, even if the sentence is not perfect, you are winning. You are defeating your fear. You are building your bridge. I want to make a promise with you today. Let us agree to leave the word sorry behind. Let us agree to speak loudly, to smile warmly, and to forgive ourselves when we make mistakes. Let us agree to use our English to connect with the world. If you are ready to make this promise, I want you to go down to the comments section right now. I want you to write a message to yourself. Type these exact words. I am a brave speaker. I will not apologize for learning. Write it down. Look at it. Believe it. Thank you for spending this quiet, beautiful time with me today. Remember, your voice matters, and the world is waiting to hear your story. Keep speaking, keep building your bridge, and I will see you in our next video.